the leadership part. I think it's important to touch on that, and why is it important for you to make this part of something that you offer as a service or a product that someone might be interested in? What's the connection? I'd like.
Very good, because it's leadership has been a topic of mine. Back when I started as an educator, I was asked to really research and come to understand leadership so that I can create a curriculum that was really going to challenge our leaders to really grow and develop. Well, through the years of of teaching, along with actively being a leader, all the way from a supervisor to senior leader in companies today, that I realized the importance of leadership. And I also realized, how many out there, what's the number one complaint of employees on engagement surveys? It's their leaders not being effective, right? Today, it's profound, it's a challenge. It's a real issue out there today, because imagine if you had these great leaders that had developed their potential, that are now inspiring, motivating their employees to be their potential. Imagine what we could be. So it's combined with that, my journey across the globe, that I realized, we got a lot of major issues out there today. And we see these today: clean water, our economy, the political crises that we have between countries, wars and conflicts, the protests, the pandemic, all of these things now, where it's a global world that we live in. We've got to begin to break down the individual aspect of this, the ego in effect, to really begin to work collaboratively and enlist the resource of so many others to really join in to help conquer these things. I'm really concerned about the future generations and inheriting these issues and what they'll become. And to me, the real stimulus for this, and this is what I learned along the way, is that leaders play a really key part. It's the leaders of our country that really help to define our focus, our culture. It's their behaviors that really sort of set the tone for it, just like in a company. What really drives and develops the culture of a company, defined as its behaviors, its mores? It's the leaders, right? It's the senior leaders, the top leader, the CEO. And imagine what it could be is if these individuals could have a greater degree of self-awareness, to let go of the ego and really focus on the task of hand, to really grow and develop their employees, to really achieve the challenges that they're facing today within their organizations. That's what really drove me to really want to really leave a footprint in the sand with respect to leadership. So there's all your traditional leadership development, but for me, the missing piece of it that's needed today is the fact that we've got to develop leaders from within. Today, our leadership development is external. I go attend a class, I go attend a seminar, may or may not gain something from it. I get this check on my box that I've attended this. I might learn and apply something about it. But do I really go back and apply it for the benefit of those around me? Can happen, but not as effective as what I had learned is that these great leaders that are out there, again, the Martin Luther King, great example of it, and many others, they've done it where my favorites is the former CEO of Johnsonville Sausage. This guy, Ralph Stair, even wrote a book. And he came to this point of enlightenment. He really took that hard look within and changed and said that it was, in his words, immoral that we don't really focus on the well-being and growth and prosperity of our employees. And he did that. And here in a freezer environment where they make sausages was a 2-year waiting line of people wanting to work there. Why? Because he created this culture all about people. That's the kind of things that really can happen. And that's why my book, it's the Leadership Foundation. It's really that willingness to take that hard look within as a leader. You're there, accept the responsibility that you have in this position to be a leader of others, to really let go of those temptations for you to go to the dark side and the ego, for sake of really helping your followers and the others achieve their potential? How do you really make your environments win-win-win? We've got to change from the former model of competition to collaboration, right? Because it's no longer about I win, you lose. Imagine if we really start focusing the discussion on, hey, I want to win, you want to win, let's determine how we can all win. And it's all very possible today. So that's my motivation there. It begins with the book. It's a simple ebook that I offer. I am developing a workshop around that. My real interest there is to really begin to develop a new model for leadership development today, beginning with developing the leader from within.
Yeah.
And it would be a great honor today to start being involved with the younger generations. It's their generations who are going to have to inherit the world. And if we can begin to start creating and developing a new model of leadership to really help them exercise that self-awareness, become the change they want to see in others, that's what's going to lead us to the kind of potential a world can be versus the doom and gloom it could be if we succumb to the issues that only get worse.
Well, good leaders are definitely needed. I'm happy that you do this for people, for the future of our society. And I hope that I'm around to see that effect. And I'm sure
absolutely
that
so much, but it begins with a vision. It begins with a thought, and if I could be one of the individuals like Johnny Appleseed, the story of Johnny Appleseed, planting seeds out there in a way that begins to help. That's really, to me, what I've discovered to be the meaning of life is our ability to be able to really help each other, really become our potential to be who we want to be and enjoy the real gifts that here living on earth could be. But it needs to sort of overcome the negativity and things that have happened because we've forgotten, about who we are, or we've become more focused on, as Wayne Dyer said, our ego versus our true beliefs and vision for the world. And this is what's really needed. And it begins with leaders because they have such great influence on people, right? We see that in politics today. What's the whole conversation, today on politics and the elections and everything is to really, it's showing that this real desire that's needed there is to have somebody there. I saw a sign just recently that said, in lieu of the Biden or Trump for president, it said, any good functioning adult for president. And I loved it. And I said, it's imagine if it is as if we could get to that and have that happen across the globe. Yes, it's got to start somewhere, but it can. And where there's a belief, it will. And particularly if we begin exercising it with the upcoming generations, they'll be the ones who are going to want to bring in their change, just as all former generations have done. This is a great opportunity for them to really to grow and develop their capabilities and learn how to lead from a much more holistic, collaborative manner. It's why I'm such a huge proponent of seeing more numbers of women in leadership roles. Is because they more naturally can bring this versus what has been historically the male, more competitive environment where somebody wins and somebody loses. It doesn't support this nature of collaboration that we really need today to solve some of these global crises and challenges that we're facing today.
Hi there. Thanks for viewing the video. Be sure to check out my website, www.growhumanpotential.com, for a lot more information on the topics of personal growth and self-discovery. There you'll find information on my book on personal growth, self-discovery, ebook on leadership, coaching, which I provide both career coaching and life coaching, access to my blog, etc. Most importantly, I hope to have provided you with some information to help you on your journey to discover you. Have a great day. Thank you.